We start with breaking news this hour. A train has been derailed near Stonehaven in Scotland. According to reports, a number of serious injuries have been reported, along with one fatality, as the engine caught fire after running off the tracks. Our emergency services are currently dealing with the derailed train. About 30 emergency vehicles, including an air ambulance, are at the scene, with more continuing to arrive. Smoke can be seen at the scene, and torrential rain and thunderstorms have caused flooding and travel disruption across many parts of central and eastern Scotland. Now, Network Rail has said that it was investigating the derailment. Describing the incident as extremely serious, Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon confirmed that the major incident had been declared, and she added that her thoughts were with all those involved.
However, of most urgent concern is an extremely serious incident on the rail line west of Stonehaven, where a ScotRail passenger train derailed earlier this morning. The emergency services are currently on site and a major incident has been declared. I have just come off a call with Network Rail and the emergency services, and although details are still emerging, I am afraid to say that there are early reports of serious injuries. The Scottish Government Resilience Room is operational, and I will be convening a SCORE meeting with partner organisations as soon as possible this afternoon. Updates will, of course, be provided as they become available. However, my immediate thoughts, and I'm sure the thoughts of everyone across the chamber, are with all those involved in this incident.
Our London Bureau Chief Mandy Clark is joining us live from London for more on this. Good evening to you, Mandy. Take us through the latest details you have on this tragic accident.
Well, it certainly is a major incident. It happened in the morning around 9:45. It was that commuter train that goes from Dundee to Aberdeen. But in between, there's not much except countryside. Early video seems to indicate that it might have slipped off the banks during those flash floods. Now there has been a major heat wave across the UK, and now we're seeing torrential rain after that, and it seems that the train got caught in a flash flood, and that led to the derailment. Now the problem is, if it has slipped down a ravine, it's a very remote area, and that's why we see not only vehicles arriving to the scene, but also helicopters, because it will be remote. These people need to get to hospitals very quickly. So there's a lot of, out of the 30 emergency vehicles, quite a few helicopters arriving as well. We know of one fatality. There is a worry that there could be more, and there's many seriously injured people on that train, but we simply don't have a lot more of the nature of those injuries. We can expect more information to come.
Right, Mandy, and we believe the ScotRail passenger agency has, they say that they suspect a landslip near the area for the cause of this derailment, and also 3 carriages have gone down an embankment. Take us through the details of this accident.
Because of this flash flooding, it does loosen the ground below it, and that, although we don't have definite confirmation, there will likely be, of course, a full investigation into what caused it. But it looks at those early indications that landslip caused by that flash floodings meant simply that the land came loose and likely pulled the tracks down with it. There would have been very little that the train conductor could have done, considering the weather at the time when those flash floods can occur, because of these heavy rains that are coming out of unusually warm spells. Scotland is not known for its warm weather. There has been a warm heat spell across Britain, and it's been triggering these heavy torrential rains that have been causing this landslip. So it may require an upgrade of the rails, but of course that conversation will only happen much later. It's all about the rescue operation right now. There are still vehicles going to the scene, and the concern is the remoteness of the area and getting people to the hospital as quickly as possible.
All right, Mandy, stay with us. I just want to take a look at the visuals for our viewers. We can see the live visuals coming in there from Aberdeen, where a train has derailed. We believe that the locomotive, along with 3 carriages, has derailed and fallen off the edge of an embankment. You can see smoke billowing from the tracks there. We know that emergency crews have rushed to the scene. That was around 9:45 this morning when the accident took place. Police, ambulances, fire crews, an air ambulance, all at the scene. We have one fatality confirmed. Mandy, take us through the rescue operations that are underway, and we have you have mentioned there that Nicola Sturgeon said this is a very serious incident indeed. We also have a comment from Boris Johnson sending his concern. Mandy, I'm not sure if you can hear me there. Could you just update us on the rescue operations that are currently underway? And also, we know from Nicola Sturgeon, as you mentioned, that it is in fact a very serious incident. And also Boris Johnson has sent his concern there.
Yeah, sorry, I just missed the last bit previously. But yes, it's a serious incident. And certainly what that means is that the victims of this derailment will be sent to many hospitals in the area if they can triage it. They will try and get the most seriously injured people out as quickly as possible and send it to a number of hospitals so it doesn't overwhelm one healthcare facility. The challenges, of course, is the location and the remoteness. So in all likelihood, these air ambulances will be going to Aberdeen, of course, but also to Dundee, to any local facilities that can handle it. We don't know the number of passengers or the number of injured, but when in a major or serious incident, in all likelihood, it could overwhelm just one hospital. So they will likely go to a few hospitals in the area so they can get the fastest, most efficient care, and dealing with the most severe injured first. The walking, the wounded will likely stay in situ and to be treated on location. But those people who are unconscious or very severely injured will in all likelihood be airlifted out. And that's why we see so many assets heading to the scene of the incident at the minute.
Mandy, thank you very much for bringing us all the latest there on this tragic incident that's taken place. And of course, Mandy Clark will be joining us live throughout the day, keeping us up to date with the latest. Moving on to our next story now, Russia's